Alright guys, I am going to attempt to do some resin. The lighting's not great, but it's kind of like on purpose. I turned off the overhead light so you wouldn't see a glare here. And I figure what I will try to do is just pull out a few things to work with today. So I want to try and I'm not sure what I'm trying to do honestly. I want to make some more of these, and one of these with the alcohol inks. I did go and find the alcohol inks I just got several weeks ago. I haven't used them yet. And I wanted to just see if I could get something interesting to happen. I got some other alcohol inks as well, but I'm going to use these. And I'm trying to pull out, this bubblegum pink glitter. And I think there's like a yellow one there. And maybe we will go with the purple that we used earlier today. So let's hope that I can do this. Now I don't have very much resin left, sure, but I do think I have enough for these two pieces. So I'm gonna try and equally measure out, like I have more, for some reason I have more resin than hardener, so that means that I just haven't been measuring very well, I think. So I'm going to try and put, this is the resin itself, which is the part 1. And I'm going to just do I'm going to try to get it to where I can kind of get these right. See if I can. So that's the resin. It's more viscous and way more, it's just way thicker than when you're pouring the hardener. Now the hardener, I'm going to try to put it in the same light because I'm eyeballing. I do have somewhere I have somewhere the actual, the ones where you can measure. I just don't know what I did with them. So I need to find them because it's better to measure than eyeball. Way better. So I'm going to try though and get this eyeballed. Because basically if you don't get it right, basically it won't ever really get hard, completely hard if you don't get it right. So I'm going to try to look at these kind of and see. Okay, I see how much is there. Alright, they look about even. So now I mixed them up. I think this one, this one's the hardener. Alright, so I'm sorry if you hear the fussing. My husband is currently fussing at the boy. I don't know about you guys, but this kid, he goes through more chargers. You know, the cords for the charging of every device. Somehow he manages to get them all broken up and not working. We have spent untold amount of money on these things. Now I have to say, I think it's part of they make them where they're not going to last, especially if you have an Apple iPhone and you don't buy the Apple cords and you try to buy the ones that are certified, they just don't work forever. Alright, so now I have the two together. And I'm going to, I'm mixing. And no, you're not going to really be able to see it very well, because I turned off that overhead light, which I might need to turn. But you would, if the overhead light was on, you wouldn't see it anyway. That's why I turned it off. So I'm just mixing a little bit. Yesterday when I was doing this, I mixed a whole bunch, and that's just didn't seem to be wise based on the amount of molds that I had out and the technique I was trying to do. I really didn't do the greatest job. So Alexa, set a timer for 3 minutes.
3 minutes, starting now.
So I'm gonna mix this, and I wish you could see it, but you really can't. When you first start mixing it, you will see it gets cloudy and it gets bubbles all in it, and you don't want bubbles. So honestly, you can use a lighter to get rid of some of the bubbles. You can let it sit to let some of those bubbles just pop. But the first thing is to just mix it until it's fully incorporated. So that's what I'm doing right now. I'm just trying to get it fully incorporated. And it takes about 3 minutes of mixing to do that. And really, you should just either mix really slow so you don't get bubbles, or just be prepared. I think if you just simply let it sit for another like 5 minutes after you mix it, which is what I'm going to try today, a lot of the bubbles will go away. I think what I'll do is I'm going to pour some into this mold and let it sit and see if some of those bubbles will go away while I prepare for the other two molds. So I barely have, even mixing the two together, this little shot glass style cup is probably a little more than half full. And I'm hoping that's going to be enough. So what I want to do is I want to try to give the girls maybe gold afros. I think maybe gold, but maybe silver because I have a bunch of silver glitter. I don't have a ton of gold. And then I'm gonna try to put some of that chunky glass style glitter, that chunky glitter in. I have a multicolor one I'm thinking about trying with the silver, but I don't know. Maybe just silver. Maybe it'll just be silver. I don't know. So like now it's just full of bubbles. It's got so many bubbles it almost looks white. I don't know if you can see the bubbles, but there's a lot of bubbles. So I'm just tipped out. And like I said, when it starts to really activate, you will feel the cup get hot. It doesn't get hot enough. Alexa, stop. It does not get hot enough for it doesn't get hot enough for it to melt the cup, but you will feel that it's gotten hot. So I may end up having to mix some more, but I want to try to, this is not actually on the table, so I don't really want to make a huge mess by knocking it over. So I'm gonna try to pour some of this into this mold and hope for the best. This is the one where I want to really try the alcohol inks. So I'm going to hope that that's going to be enough to get the whole thing filled up. So I don't know if this is advisable what I'm doing right now, because like I said, I'm not a pro. So I'm going to try to get it to go all the way to the bottom, all the way to the side, and then back up to the top. And then I'm just going to lay it down. I'm pretty sure this is not advisable, but you know, you're the crafty nomad and you're just really trying to figure it all out, we will let this sit and hopefully it will level itself out because the other one did yesterday. So if I let this be for a minute, I am going to try to help along some of the bubble popping before I start coloring the rest of this. And you use the lighter to pop some up. Let me move this girl. Because really you want this to be clear. You really want it to be clear as can be. And so I see it popping the bubbles, but it's not clear yet. So we'll let this sit, because this is the one where I really want to try the alcohol ink situation. So I'm going to try to maybe help it along a little bit with getting up into, I'm just using this, like, this is really a skewer, but I kind of use these a lot in my crafting. I'm trying to drag some of it down here, and maybe I just don't have enough, or the table is just not level. But I think I just really want to help it a little, and then I'll let it sit and see if some of the rest of the bubbles will go away on their own. And we'll see how that works out. In the meantime, maybe it just needs a little tiny more. Maybe it just needs a little tiny more. I don't know if it does or not, y'all. But I'm going to give it a little more just to kind of help it out. And then we'll let it sit a minute. And while we color the other stuff. Yeah, it's still got like little blotch holes there. But, well, hopefully it will go ahead and level itself out. In the meantime, I'm going to take some of this in here. I'm trying to, like, I want to try to make a few colors with this for the girls. The girls are not that big, so I'm hoping that I could do it without too many, without really making any more. I don't really want to make any more. I'm hoping this is going to be enough. Okay, so now I have the opportunity now to do 4 colors. So I'm going to start with this pink glitter, bubblegum pink. Just dump some in. Grab another popsicle stick and start mixing it up. It's not that much, but I really want to have some pink in both of these, I hope. So that's not a lot of pink. Well, we'll see how it goes, won't we? And we're going to take, it's not a lot of yellow either. Maybe I should have just made that pink. But anyway, this is going to be for the yellow. It's going to dump as much as possible there. Okay, that's the yellow, nice and mixed up. And then I said I was going to do this. It's not much. I didn't put a lot in either one of these. So I think I'm going to just grab another popsicle stick and put all with the little bit that I put in here, just put it back into this cup and make this the purple. I barely put anything in here, so this cup was kind of a waste. And we'll make, I don't know what I'm calling myself doing though. Okay, so let's just do pink and yellow for now. And then we will kind of maybe make this one. I don't know what to do. Okay, so I'm gonna try and grab out some of the gold chunky glitter, I guess, for the hair. And we'll see. I'm going to pause you for a second and see. Alright, so I mixed up the black and the chunky silver for the hair. So I'm going to do one at a time because I'm going to try and make these both pink and yellow with the black sparkly hair. So I got to kind of move in the right way to make sure that we get just hair with the black as much as possible. Is what I want. I said I was going to do one at a time, but it's not moving that much, so I'm going to go ahead and do this one too and hope that I can make this work. It needs to kind of level out. It's going to be clear-ish because I didn't put that much black, but I want all of this, y'all. I want all of it. Okay. And so it's actually already starting to move down, so I'm gonna move on and get the yellow and pink involved here. For her, and then some pink at the bottom. It's not very much pink, you all. It's already setting. So I'm gonna hopefully have enough with both. And then for her, I'm gonna actually put as much pink as possible at the top. So I'm going to turn it. Oh, it just dropped into her hair. And I'm gonna try to get as much pink as I can right here at the top. See, the pink is pretty much running out, and I need to start with the alcohol ink over here before that gets a little crazed. So let's just, that's the hope, is that this will just fill in those corners and not have too many bubbles. And what I think I'm gonna do is sprinkle some of that on there, but for now, let me get with this alcohol ink, and I'm gonna go with the blue that's already open, so I don't have to. So I'm gonna go with some of this blue here. And then supposedly, let's see what happens. Shoot. I think I have to cut this because I don't think it's, yeah. Good thing I got some scissors right here. And hopefully that was enough. And then I'm gonna drop in, oh yeah, that's exactly what I see the people doing, guys. So let's drop some more of some of these other colors. And that was the technique I was talking about with that, coloring it with alcohol ink. And look, I got this ink all over my scissors. Not cool. So then you drop and you drop and you drop and you drop. But then you somehow come back in and put more white. And let's just see how that goes. I think I want to just, I don't know what this is going to look like. It's going to probably be a blobby mess when it's all said and done. But I will try to put in a couple of yellow drops. Oh. I'm messing up my scissors. And then we'll see what this one looks like. I'm just going to put a little more of the white. And then I'm going to call it a great one on this one. So let's see what that turns out like. So that's the alcohol ink experiment. with the girls here, though, I think what I would like to do is get a little of the black some of the black glitter and just, yeah, that's what I think I want to do, but we'll see how that goes. That might not have been a great idea. Oh, dang it. Oh, well. I really just wanted it in the hair, and somehow it's everywhere. So maybe we'll stop with that. Now I still have some resin, yellow resin, available for use. Therefore, I should grab some other mold. So I'm going to pause you for a second. Alright, so basically I made a whole mess here. And we're just going to hope. I just felt like I wanted it to be a little more opaque. So I put more glitter. So let's just hope that when we demold, it'll be a happy accident. I got a feeling it won't be, but I'm gonna put a little more. I'll put a little more black on the girl's hair on this side, and I tried off camera, and I got a little more in there, but not as much as I would like to see. So sometimes when the glitter is heavy, it will just fall to the front. So this hopefully is light enough that it's not going to fall to the front. But what I did was I got a lot of it in that yellow. So I'm hoping that it won't fall to the front over there. Alright, so that's that for this. This looks like it's just going to be just a mess. And we'll see what it looks like tomorrow. But the colors might have just blended all together. And but we'll check it tomorrow, and we'll come back and show you what that looks like. With the leftover yellow, I am going to move some stuff so I can just pour it into. Really what I should have done was just had this mold out here already with the little hearts. So I'm gonna just simply try with the little hearts, and then I'm gonna cut this off and I'll come back tomorrow. And here's the yellow, and we'll just bring the little hearts in like that, and let's go and find one that don't have much in it, and just put this in there, and I can make I make stitch markers with this size. So I've made a lot of yellow, it looks like. So because so far I got three nice size stitch markers already, and I will bring you guys back. I think I have 4 tomorrow morning when I pop all of this out of the mold, just to see how this all went. Everything is an experiment. I don't mind trying. So if you guys hear the saxophone, that would be my husband practicing. He's just trying to get his, I think I've shared that with you guys. He's trying to get his musical chops back. Hasn't really played consistently in many years, but he's always wanted to get back to it. So that's what he's doing. And I think, let's see, can I get any more yellow? I'm just gonna try to get that last little bit, and then I'm gonna cut this off, clean up. I thank you guys for hanging out with me. The live was super fun today. Thank you for your patience. I will be camera ready soon so you can see my face. But for now, we're going to say goodbye, and thanks for joining me. I'll see you next time. See you tomorrow. Alright, gang, I just came back to kind of show you some of the ones that I already had done. So we're going to change this because I really didn't like this, and I think I got the right jump rings now that I that I will be able to put these on in a different way. But I made some of these earlier. I showed some of these on the live earlier today, but this was I made these weeks ago. And so when I talk about them being fully cured, it's like hard as a rock and you cannot bend it. So that's why, and this is when I was speaking on the live about putting the vinyl decal on there, which I really love how that came out. And I think I gave this a coating of the triple thick to seal the vinyl decal on there. So I want you to see that. This one, the vinyl didn't come out great, so parts of it peeled up, but it's still cute. Now this is the giant girl. So and this actually comes even bigger than that. But that's the one, the first one I ordered, and I thought she was beautiful, but I don't quite know what to do with her. She's a kind of an odd size. I guess she could be a coaster. But I love her, so there she is. Maybe she'll become a centerpiece of another piece of art. And then here are some of the other bookmarks that I already tried, which I showed you the ones that I did today, and here's the one here. We hope that won't just be like a blob of black when it's all said and done. We'll see how that comes out. But these are the ones that I've already done, and I think that's upside down. So I put gold and silver leaf in, and this one I already have the tassel on. And yeah, these will probably just be gifts because I'm really just learning with this particular mold. So yeah, they turned out pretty good. I just want to come back and show you that. So I'll be back tomorrow morning when I take all of this out of the mold, and hopefully it will be it'll work out good. All right, guys. I will talk back soon. All right, guys. It's early in the morning. Hello. It is more than 12 hours since I put these in, so let's see what they look like. Now this one's going to be super pliable still, and I maybe shouldn't even take it out because it's super thin. I'm just going to turn it over. I just want to see it, so I'm going to take it out. But you know, I always get so excited to demold, and this was interesting, very interesting. So can you see that? I'm not sure. It looks prettier on the back actually, so that's gonna be a bit of a learning curve for me, but I see the white and stuff but I probably put too many different colors in, so it started to get muddled. So I don't really think that one was a win, but let's see how the girls came out. Okay, at least it's not sticking like it did yesterday. Oh, look at her eyelash, came out really nice and defined. And like I said, they're not fully cured, but look at. Okay, I love how she came out. Let you see her in the light a little bit. I love her hair. I love that one. Now let's see how this one comes out. This one I had a lot of trouble. I put like too much. I'm gonna have to get rid of some of that, the glitter and stuff that's around the edge. I was trying to put a little more to make her hair a lot more opaque. So it's got a couple of but you can just pinch those off. And look at how beautiful. I like the silver hair. I really like the silver hair. So, this will just let that sit and see what happens. I actually like how this has this one clear spot right here, but it's too muddled, so that technique did not work out very well. But if you just put these next to one another, this one I had put on a D-ring I don't like it, so that's not the way it's going to go. But so I'm gonna take that off. I did find the correct the right size of jump ring that I needed, so I will change that, but that's just so you can see how they look next to each other. I am digging the pink and yellow with the silver and black hair. I am totally digging that. And then just pop out the heart. So see, there's a bubble on those, so that's kind of a fail because there was bubble at the bottom on all of them, it looks like. I have to do better with making sure those bottom bubbles don't get in there. Let's see. This one has a little divot. Not great. And these ones are. This one is the only one that doesn't have any bubbles. Only one. Everything else has bubbles. Alright. Alright, so that's the demolding. The resin pop out, and I think that's it for this video. So thanks for watching, and I do have an AliExpress haul video coming up as well, so I'll see you then. Bye.